lovely book dragons, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Joana and I love to talk about books on this channel, specifically fantasy books. Today we're here to do something a little bit different. It is my first ever tier ranking. Like Ben would say, am I now an official booktuber? I think so. So this video is inspired by one of my favorite booktube channels on the French booktube side, and that is Paper Palace. She did a video ranking the first sentences in SFF works, and I decided I was going to do the same. She got inspired by Ariel Bissett, who did this for classic words, so I will leave both of those videos in the description of this video so you can go check them out for yourselves. And yeah, I decided that I wasn't going to do SFF, I was just going to do fantasy works. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be reading the first sentence of some of the most acclaimed works in fantasy, I guess, and we are going to be ranking them, tier ranking them, and see what I think about. And I would actually love to see what your thoughts are on these sentences, and that you would do the same video. If you do this video or something similar, please send it to me or tag me in it, because I would love to see what you come up with. So I'm not going to be ranking these according to how much I love the books. There's some books in here that I haven't even read, I think. Yeah, there's some books I haven't even read. There's books that I love, there's books that I love a little bit less. So I just want to rate the first sentence. So I will show you now what my tiers are going to be, and we're going to be doing this together. As you can see, we have 4 tiers here, and I changed it a bit from the original video and from Paper Palace's video. So I did my own tiers a little bit. The first one is iconic. This is like, you hear this, you know what this is from. This is one of the best sentences in fantasy to start a book with. We all know it, we all love it, or at least in my book. And then we have hooked. This sentence is not iconic, but it is really good. It got me hooked. I want to continue reading. I'm intrigued. Then we have alright. Alright is, as you can hear, it's alright. I mean, it could be better, but it's not the worst sentence to start a book with. And then can do better is kind of that sentence where like, okay, based on this first sentence, this is not off to a promising start, but it's only the first sentence. Alright, we're going to be starting this with A Game of Thrones, one of the most acclaimed works in our time, and one of my favorites in general. And the first sentence is, "We should stop back," Garrett urged, as the woods began to grow dark around them. Guys, this for me is a no-brainer. For me, the Game of Thrones first sentence is iconic because this sentence embodies the whole series. This sentence shows us what the series is about. To figure out what's going to happen, we always need to be looking back at what already happened, at the history of Westeros, at the prophecies, at everything. Quaithe at one point tells Daenerys, to move forward, you should go backward. Like, this is exactly, this embodies the whole series so well. So I'm gonna put this sentence in iconic. Next up, I'm picking The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch, a book that I have yet to finish. At the height of the long wet summer of the 77th year of Sendovani, the thief-maker of Comor paid a sudden and unannounced visit to the eyeless priest at the temple of Perelandro, desperately hoping to sell him the Lamora boy. Alright, I think I'm not hooked. I mean, I am kind of intrigued, like, you want to sell a boy, but I'm gonna put it in alright. It's not the best first sentence. It doesn't have me completely hooked. I don't think it's iconic, but it's better than can do better. So yeah, I think the first sentence of Locke Lamora is just alright. Another fan favorite is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. So let's see what this first sentence has to say. It was night again. Literally, that's the first sentence. It was night again. I mean, I'm gonna put this in can do better. I mean, this is not anything, it's not even, I don't know, it's like, I don't know. Is this like iconic for any of you? I don't know. It was night again. It was night again. It was night again. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in can do better. Next up, we have The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Listen, I know the first sentence. I'm gonna still pretend. Ash fell from the sky. I mean, guys, on this channel, maybe you will disagree in your own rating, which is why, by any means, do this. The Final Empire for me is iconic, above even George R. R. Martin's If It Will Let Me put it there. Yes. Ash fell from the sky, iconic, absolutely. One of my favorite lines. When I hear it, I get shivers. Ash fell from the sky. Guys, iconic. Next up, we have The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie, which is the first book in the First Law trilogy. So let's see what the first sentence is. Logan plunged through the trees, bare feet slipping and sliding on the wet earth, the slush, the wet pine needles, breath rasping in his chest, blood thumping in his head. Yeah, okay, I think this is hooked. This has me hooked. Like, I hear this, I read this, and I want to continue on immediately. I want to know what's going on. Why is this guy slipping through wet earth and mud and all of that? Yeah, this has me absolutely hooked. Yeah, for sure. Next up is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. For this one, I'm going to be skipping the prelude because there is a prelude and then there's a prologue. And we've been doing prologues for now. And I know not every book has 5 prologues, but I want to use the prologue sentence and not the prelude sentence. Bear with me. This is my video, I really want to use this sentence. And the first sentence in the prologue of The Way of King, say it with me guys, you know it. Zeth, San Vallano, truthless of Shinovar, wore white on the day he was to kill a king. And guys, I mean, am I biased? Perhaps, yes. This is iconic, and it's more iconic than George R. R. Martin. I feel like a lot of people would know this one, and at least in our crazy fantasy community, you would probably know this first sentence more than we should start back or go back. See, I already don't know. So, this is iconic for me. Love it. Next up we have Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I don't remember this first sentence. Let's see, I see chapter 1. This is our prologue. No, so let's see. So it has this little paragraph of the history, so I'm going to just go to the actual first sentence and not a history of the 6 duchies. My pen falters, then falls from my knuckly grip, leaving a worm's trail of ink across Fedron's paper. I think this is alright. It's not hooking, it's not iconic, it's not hooked. It would be alright or can do better. Maybe I'll go with can do better. I don't think this showcases everything. I think it's better than It Was Night Again or whatever it was, but it is better than, nah, I'm going to put it above La Clamora. I think it is better than that. But it's just alright for first sentence. I don't think it's hooking, I don't think it's iconic, it's not bad. I think it's alright. Yeah. It does make me want to continue on, because I want to know more, especially because it is in first person, which is very rare for fantasy, I feel like. So I'm going to leave it right there. Next up, a book I haven't read yet, and that is The Traitor's Blade by Sebastian de Castel. So let's see, what is the first sentence of this? Pretend, just for a moment, that you have attained your most deepest desire. Okay, this, guys, I'm hooked. Like, I want to continue on. What? I want to continue on. Not the simple, sensible one you tell your friends about, but the dream that's so close to your heart that even as a child you hesitate to speak it out loud. Yeah, I'm hooked. This is hooked. And I'm even more hooked than with the blade itself. So I'm going to put the first sentence of Traitor's Blade in hooked. Yeah. I don't think it's iconic yet because I feel like this series is still underhyped. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's now coming because of Alan and because of all the Knights of Alexandria who are reading it and because of the Allen Challenge, but I still don't think it's like Ash Fell from the Sky or George R. R. Martin's books that are so popular. So I think this is going to be in the top of Hooked because I definitely want to continue on. Next up is one of my favorite series, and that is City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I am so excited to see again what this was because I don't remember this sentence. He was an easy mark. Okay, so he was an easy mark has me a little bit hooked because I already know, okay, someone is tailing someone, there's like something going on. But it doesn't have me hooked like... Is it alright or is it hooked? He was an easy mark. It has me hooked because I want to continue on when I read that, but it's at the bottom of hooked for now. Maybe we'll move it? No, but it's better than the sentences that we have in alright. So I'm going to keep it there at the bottom of hooked because I think it gives already an indication of what's going on and I want to continue on. I want to know what's happening. Or do I prefer? Yeah, no, this is good. I was thinking if I should put it above the blade itself. Wow, these videos are difficult, now I understand. Next up we have Jade City by Fonda Lee. This is a very fun book. I really enjoyed reading it. I read it earlier this year, but I don't remember the first sentence, so let's see. The two would-be Jade thieves sweated in the kitchen of the twice lucky restaurant. Okay, this is... I think I'm gonna put it at the bottom of alright. Or should I put the Lives of La Clamora sentence above Assassin's Apprentice? I'm gonna put Jade City in the bottom of alright for now because I think it's not very... I don't think it's hooked. It's not can do better. It is... The two would be Jade thieves. Yeah, I think it's at the bottom of alright. But now I'm debating between the Assassin's Apprentice one and the Lives of La Clamora. Because the Lives of La Clamora one did tell us that they were gonna sell a boy. So I think I'm going to move this one up to here. I'm going to put Assassin's Apprentice. Yeah, this seems more accurate. This seems better. Okay, I like this. Next up we have Malice by John Gwynne. Also one of my favorites of the year. And we start off with a prologue. Forest litter crunched under Evanes's feet, his breath misting as he whispered a curse. This is going to go in alright. I think it is better than Jade City. I think it's going to go just above the Lives of La Clamora's first sentence because it's not super hooked. I'm not as hooked as I was with Traitor's Blade. I'm not as hooked as I was... Well, maybe I just put the blade itself too high. I'm not sure because... But that one was... I was hooked because I wanted to know what was happening to this guy Logan who was bloody and whatever it was. So yeah, I'm going to put this at the... just underneath the Lies of Locke Lamore and above Assassin's Apprentice. Because I think it's alright. It's not the best first sentence, but it's also not good. Then we have The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, a book I have not read yet, so let's see. It also starts with a prologue. The palace still shook occasionally as the earth rumbled in memory, groaned as if it would deny what had happened. This has me hooked. I don't know about you, this has me hooked. I definitely want to continue on. It has me more hooked than City of Brass, more hooked than the blade itself, but less than Traitor's Blade. So I think I'm gonna put it right there because this is cool. This is really cool because it already has the earth rumbled in memory. Like, what does that mean? I'm hooked. I want to know. I want to know. Next up we have The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. I mean, guys, I don't need to say who this is by. I don't need to talk to you about this. So here we have a bunch of notes at the beginning. So we're gonna skip those and we're gonna go to the beginning of the prologue. Oh no. So the prologue is also concerning Hobbit stuff. So we're gonna move forward. We're not gonna use the prologue for this. We're gonna actually go into The Fellowship of the Ring and Book 1, Chapter 1, A Long Expected Party. We're gonna start there. When Mr. Bilbo Baggins of Bag End announced that he would shortly be celebrating his 11th birthday with a party of special magnificence, there was much talk and excitement in Hobbiton. Guys, I mean, you knew, right? I mean, this is the top of iconic. I don't know, it's just like, it puts a smile on my face. It makes me want to immediately start rereading these. And it's not just iconic because it's the Lord of the Rings, right? Like, even if it weren't like this, reading the sentence that this is going to be a great first sentence. Yeah, this goes at the top of iconic, even though I still am like, Ash Fell From the Sky gives me shivers. So for my okay, we're going to do this my ranking for how much I love them. I'm going to put it right like that, because Ash Fell From the Sky for me means something special, but just know that this is like very, very subjective. But yeah, definitely the Lord of the Rings would probably come first if it weren't my channel, but Ash Fell From the Sky, you know what it means to me. And we're closing out this video with Senlin Ascent by Josiah Bancroft. I am so excited because I don't remember what the first sentence was of this. I just love these books, guys. These are so good and so underrated, and not underrated, but underhyped. So again, I won't read these little things. I'm going to start with the first sentence. It was a 4-day journey by train from the coast to the desert, where the Tower of Babel rose like a tusk from the jaw of the earth. Okay, so it doesn't have me completely hooked, but it is such beautiful writing. It was a 4-day journey by train from the coast of the desert, like a tusk from the jaw of the earth. Like, who writes like that? Josiah Bancroft, that's who. I'm going to put it at the top of all rights. Now I'm thinking the City of Brass is way too high. I'm gonna put City of Brass. No, I'm gonna do like this and like this. Yeah, I'm putting Senlin at the bottom of Hooked. I think this is my last rating of these books. So there you go, guys. That is my rating of a few first sentences of fantasy works. I may do this again in the future with more books. I had originally a few more books in this, but I was scared that this video would be forever long, which I think it's fine. So these are some of my ratings. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me. I probably know you won't, because most of you probably wouldn't have put Ash Fell From the Sky as like the top of iconic, but let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me and where you disagree, and please, please, please feel free to do this. I would love to see so many people do this. That is going to be it from me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to let me know that you were here but you don't want to leave a comment, leave a heart emoji in your favorite color, and yeah, that's going to be it for me today, and until next time, happy reading. Bye guys.